Stampers, and welcome to today's Friday finish. So this is a project that plagued me all week long. I couldn't get it to look exactly the way I wanted it to, but now I think I've got it figured out. So I'm going to take from the Pennant Parade stamp set the big pennant with the polka dots on it, get it good and inked up, and I'm starting in Peach Parfait. And I'm just stamping this onto a piece of Whisper White cardstock. I'm going to wash it and dry it. Then I'm going into Concord Crush. Stamp this one, wash it, dry it, and then into Pear Pizzazz. Stamp that, and since I've already got it out, go ahead and get it clean. Then I'm going to do the same thing for the little asterisk guy that's in this stamp set. Same stamp set, same 3 ink pad colors. Alright, then let me get these closed, and we will start punching. So I'm going to take the Petite Pennants Builder Punch and slide this in, and if you'll punch, or if you'll stamp your pennants with the pointy side down, then you'll be able to go through and zip through with your punch. And then you just want to punch from right to left rather than left to right. Okay, you can just punch that out if it's irritating you. Alright, do this little guy. Then, for our little asterisks, we're going to take the 1/2 inch circle punch and punch all these out. Now we're going to start building out our card. So I have a piece of Concord Crush that's going to be 5.5 inches by 8.5 inches, and I'm going to score it with the Simply Scored at 4 1/4 inches. So now I have a piece of Whisper White that's going to be 5 1/4 by 4 inches, and I'm going to score every in 3, 2, 1. Now I've got a piece of Whisper White, and this is going to be 5 1/4 by 4 inches, and I want to score it 3/8 of an inch in from the side. Now for me, since I'm right-handed, rather than crossing over, I'm just going to pretend that my cardstock is backwards. So I'm going to work from the right-hand side. So I'm going to go in 3/8 of an inch, and I'm going to score every 1/8 of an inch for 1/2 inch. Then I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to do the same thing. 3/8 of an inch over, and score it. And so then I've got my score lines for the front of my card all ready to go. Alright, so now we're going to do the inside of the card. So same dimensions. It's going to be 5 1/4 inches by 4, come in 3/8 of an inch, and go 4 times. Then I'm going to turn it, do the same thing. But this is, like I said, this is going to be for the inside of the card. So I'm going to do this all the way around. So I love being able to use my Simply Scored as really the focal point of the card, or at least a very big part of the design aspect of it. Alright, so then I've got that groovy look for the inside of my card. Alright, so now everything's scored. Let me move my Simply Scored and we'll start assembling. Alright, so I have the base of my card, that Concord Crush. Get a good increase to the bone folder. And in case you're wondering where I came up with this color combination, I used Stampin' Up's Color Coach. So if this is not a tool that you have, by all means put it on your wish list. Okay, so I'm going to take the one piece of Whisper White where I just did scoring on the left-hand side and the bottom. Put adhesive. And this is just going to sit on top of our card like so. And I'm going to go ahead and put the inside of the card in. So I'm only putting adhesive in the middle because I don't want to smush out any of the beautiful texture that we created with the Simply Scored. And that's just going to tuck right there. Alright, I have a piece of Concord Crush that's 4 inches by 2 3/4 inches, and Pear Pizzazz is going to be 3 7/8 by 2 5/8. These are going to get layered together. And I ran the Pear Pizzazz through the Perfect Polka Dots embossing folder ahead of time. Love embossing folders. Now we got to do our pennants. I almost forgot our pennants. So I'm going to go kind of dimensional crazy. But first I'm going to take my snail and really close to the top of my pennant, I'm going to put snail all the way across. Now for our dimensionals. There's going to be one on the back of all of our little circles. There's this little guy. Okay. And then one in the middle of your pennant. Alright, baker's twine. The Whisper White. And you want a piece that's about that big. So probably about 5.5 inches. Grab your scissors and give it a snip. And then start with whichever color you want in the center. So I'm going to do the Concord Crush in the center. And we're going to stick that into my baker's twine with that sticky strip area. Okay, so that's how that's going to sit. So I want it right at that first indentation of the pennant. Okay, then I'm going to do, actually let me go ahead and stick this on my card then. Peel off back of my dimensional, and it's going to go right into the center there. Okay, go ahead and do my peach. Let's see here, I'll do my peach over here. So once again, I'm going to put that first little scallop for my baker's twine and have my pennant running right alongside the edge of my cardstock. Then I'm going to do the same thing for that Pear Pizzazz pennant. So get it good and stuck into that snail adhesive. Alright, then on the back side I'm going to use some mini glue dots. And that's going to hold my baker's twine into place. Since it's going to have a ton of dimensionals on the front, I'm going to go ahead and just use snail to put this onto my card. And it's just going to center between my score lines and the upper right hand side of my card. All of these little guys are going to get peeled off. So let's do the purple over here. And then the green. And then the peach. So then we are almost completely done. We've got one more thing. Bling, can't forget it. Alright, so I'm going to be taking the big Rhinestone Jewels. I'm just going to take it with my paper piercer and my finger. And they're just going to go right in the center of all of these little asterisks. Stay. Alright. For some reason, I guess my fingers are stickier than my cardstock today. Alright, there we go. Alright, so then I'm going to take some Concord Crush ribbon. This is the Poly Stitch Twill. I love this. Alright, I'm going to make an itty bitty little bow with it. Itty bitty. There we go, and trim off my little tails. Then I'm going to use a mini glue dot and put this right into the bottom corner. I hope that you've enjoyed learning how to make this fun card. We use Stampin's Color Coach to get us the great color combination. We use the Pennant stamp set with the coordinating Pennant builder punch, and then we use the Simply Scored as an accessory. I mean, it did all the dry embossing for us. So this was a card that I struggled with a lot at the beginning of the week, but it's Friday, and I'm thrilled to say that I'm finished with it. So please be sure to let me know what you think of my Friday finished card. To learn more about rubber stamping for card making and scrapbooking, be sure to visit www.iteachstamping.com. And remember, I don't just sell rubber stamps, I teach you how to use them. Have a great day.